Hi, I'm Christine. I'm here to give you a report on my flowers, how they're doing. If you want to see the details on how I planted them back in end of February, beginning of March, in little peat moss pods, you can check out my links on YouTube. Thanks to all this wonderful rain we've had, they seem to enjoy the natural rain. My petunias and my zinnias are all blooming. And this is an interesting one. I thought they were going to be white, but they are. This one here is pink and yellow. There you got my coleols here and my asters and that fancy grass I got in the middle here, and also one pepper that got kind of cut short by one of the deer. And my nasturtiums are all blooming, but they're kind of hidden underneath. Here I got some more petunias, and the other one there, I think they're chrysanthemums, I'm not sure. I can't remember. Also got that fancy grass in the middle, and I can't wait for it to bloom. The one thing I did not have in the greenhouse is my carrots and my dill and my potatoes and my Swiss chard here. As you can see, they're all doing pretty good, and hopefully I'm going to have a lot of crops underneath them, like big potatoes and lots of carrots. These here I also did not have in the greenhouse. I planted them from a seed packet of mixed seeds. There's some cosmos in here. The cosmos are not blooming yet, but these other ones I'm not sure what they're called. I also got a canna lily right there in the center. Over here are some more of the, I think, but they are chrysanthemums. They are actually blooming. And my zinnias are actually doing quite good. They're coming to bloom here as well. The back here, I thought that was an aster, but it looks a little different than the others. As far as my garden goes, here are my cucumbers. I never planted any of those indoors, but they are doing quite well. I started them all from seed outside, and my pole beans, as you can see, they're climbing right up there. They're going to start producing. I got to keep the deer away. My cucumbers and my spaghetti squash, is hard to tell what is what now because they're both getting very big. And I put tomato cages up because I seen that if you put them on tomato cages, they'll climb up them, and so the cucumbers won't be so on the ground. My tomatoes, they are finally starting to get big, and I got Swiss chard on the far side. This is a better view of the nasturtiums and the kind of flowers that are on them. This is a better view of my tomatoes here, and they are starting to finally get big, and hopefully they produce a lot of tomatoes. They're actually starting to bloom, which is good. And I got some more potatoes in the back, and I got some chives in the further back there. Swiss chard right here. As you can see, my petunias here in the front are doing very good, and so are these flowers from the back. I planted some in here to fill out some empty space. There's my cosmos, and I got a gazania and also one of these coleols plants. My lilies are blooming nicely, and my marigolds are kind of like buried underneath here. The other ones seem to have kind of taken over. And these petunias are a lot wider than the planter because the planter actually ends right about here. And they seem to have really expanded beyond the planter by a good almost 2 feet. Here are some more nasturtiums, and I think they're chrysanthemums. And these are the zinnias, the ones with the, I planted the ones with the stripes on them that I showed the package when I did one of my earlier videos. A canna lily here in the middle. They seem to be loving this hot weather because we're right in the middle of a heat wave right now. It is about 8:30 at night, and the temperature is plus 34 right now with the humidex over 40. This one here seems to be more in the shade, so it's not as big, but it is sure coming along quite nicely here, and it's actually coming to bloom. This one's coming along quite nicely as well. It's actually starting to bloom all over here as well. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video here, and I hope you guys check out my earlier videos on how I planted them all in the house here and started my greenhouse in order to save money rather than buying plants from the greenhouse because it cost a lot more money. I found that they were very expensive, and that's why I started planting them indoors. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.